this off my hand and also show you that the mixture was poor. That is why it can break easily. You see to that? I'm even getting rid of this. So please let they see why I say that the mixture. See, I will not hit it hard, but I want to hit a concrete pillar, as all of us know what concrete pillar means. I don't need to explain that. It's like a human being, like as I'm standing, there's a pillar in my body that is called the bone. That bone has to be strong before I can do whatever I want to do. But when I was a baby, I cannot do this because the bone was soft. Right now, at my age, my bones are very strong. So that is the pillar in my body. In a building, the bone in the building is the pillar. And we believe, not believe, we know that that has to be the most strongest thing in the building. But let's watch it. I will get that clear off. I don't hit it out as I said. I hope your camera is close. I don't hit it out as I said, guys. I don't hit it out. You can see the tension of the heat. So you see, I don't see any cement, but I'm only seeing the cement. I don't even use my hammer. The hammer is in the car, but I'm using ordinary chisel to chisel a concrete pillar. You see, I don't hit it out as I said. You see, so I've used just a chisel with low heat to chisel a concrete pillar. You see, I keep going on. And upon I have injury in this hand, last time we walked, so I cannot really handle it hard, but you see what it is? So when you've been able to chisel, I use right hand, but as I said, I have injury in my both hand last time, so the left hand is better for me now. So that's why I'm using left hand, but I'm not a lefty. Okay, you see, we start from here and chisel up to here. Are you seeing it clear?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, we start from here and chisel with hand. I don't do it off camera, my brothers and sisters. I do it with your eyes and my eyes. I chisel a concrete pillar with just a chisel, not even a heavy heat, slight heat. As I said, I have injury with this hand, so I can't go hard. I go slight, so I'll be able to chisel from here. And guys, you see the size of the pillar? Very tiny, very, very tiny, you see? 30 centimeters to the ground, very tiny. So why would you think the wall will not fall down? The wall will fall down. Okay. Okay. Now, you see, with our inspection here, oh my God. They didn't dip at all. Okay, let's proceed. Continue seeing more. Okay. This is it again. You see? See? We're using our hand to chisel out a concrete. See? I can even use my leg to do it better. So the mixing ratio was poor. You see? I do it with my walking boot. You see that? Fatu, give me the writing. Okay, let me write this report. Okay, there's another report I just taken down. Okay, another report we find out now is the size of the iron rod. The size of the iron rod we find here is 10 mm. The size of the iron rod is 10 mm. And the tie rod, this is what we call tie rod. Let me see from that end if it's exposed. Okay, tie rod, bring the camera. Now this is the size, bring it very close. This is the size of the iron. This is 10 mm. And this is the tie rod, the one you tie the iron together, call it tie rod, is 6 mm. Normally, if you want to do a good job for your clients, if you're a builder, in a long wall like this, you use 12 mm. Do not care, sometimes when you are working, your customer don't care about the cost. Consider the customer, but do not care because this is cheap, I'm going to go for it. Because you know why I say that? It's going to be double expenses in the future. When it drops down like this, no matter what you think you must spend, and spending here will be more than what you're supposed to spend before. You know why? Right now, in the country we are, there's inflation of, there's no price control. So price of materials, mostly building materials as I know, can just increase at any time. Some months back, cement was $280, but at a certain time, within a week, it increased to 400. Some people were selling 450. But right now, as I'm speaking, it dropped down to 350. So if you can see, because people were complaining, as you see, maybe he bought this cement when it was 280, and now it's 350. You see the extension of the increments, so it can't be the same cost. And really, another expenditure, if we have to rebuild this foundation, that's how I said I will give you reports that I can give here of the damage and the cost, and how much to use to put it up. Those ones, it will not come out to you, but to the client direct. But you know we're going to pay to take these bricks off. We're going to pay to take these bricks off, and that's money. We're going to pay to dig a foundation, and that's money. You're going to pay to break out all this and take this sheet out there. It's another extra expenses. So you do it once and convince your customer to know the reason why you use quality materials. So I'm supposed to use, on a long wall, like you're supposed to use 12 mm iron rod and 8 mm iron rod for the tie band to bind the iron together. The tie rod is supposed to use 8 mm. Okay, let's proceed. As I said, the block was very, very inferior. Number 10 things that we find out as the cause of this thing falling down is the mixing ratio. The mixing ratio of this pillar, but the basic is the depth of the foundation. Then follows by all these that make everything goes wrong. The mixing ratio of this project was very poor. I can understand that the guy used red stone, what you call wash stone. Is there anything wrong by using wash stone to build a security fence pillars? No, nothing absolutely wrong, but what is wrong about it is the mixing ratio to make it wrong. Why? We all know that the wash stone, most of them have a lot of dust on it that can overpower the strength of cement. So that means if you are using wash stone at anywhere you want to build, you must use less of the stone and more of cement to make it solid. But in this mixing ratio, as we see, I've shown you when we use our hand to break this very easily. I've just shown you before where we use a bare hand and just a chisel to chisel out the pillar. This is one of the places we do that, and I showed you. Okay, so that's another thing. Number 3 is the poor mixing ratio of this concrete. It was not solid enough to be able to hold this weight. Then the number 4 thing that we discover, I want to show you clearly in all the pillars that break down for you to see. You see, a length of the rods in the market, sometimes they are 5 meters 8 inches, sometimes they are 6 meters, but you don't normally get full 6 meters now. 5 meters plus. Let me just put it like that, 5 meters plus length. So if you have to make a fence height of 3 meters, what you do, you said the fence height is 3 meters plus what will go on the ground 1 meter, and that's in total 4 meters. So you cut 4 meters on one length. Remember, in my company we don't economize things. So in one length you cut 4 meters. Then you cut off cut of 1-point-something meters left. You keep it aside. So that means this pillar is supposed to be used 4 lengths. 4 lengths from the ground to the top. You only have some pieces out there. You drop that for another work, not for this fence work. But the person did not do it that way. For him to economize, he cut from here. Let me show you from my tape here. The height of the fence is 3 meters plus 30 centimeter depth of the foundation. You now get it at 2 meters 40. That means the person might trying to manage, I don't know, but what I see, might trying to manage the length of the iron to be able to use the offcut for something for the same pillar. So he cut 2.4 and cut another 2.4 and get 2 for 1 length instead of 1 length for 1 pillar. So you see here, this is not done, because when the pillar stop here and you continue it again with offcut rod, so that means this rod did not connect with this rod, the upper side. The downside did not connect, and there is no proof from here that the person is even used binding wire to bind the two offcut together. There is no iron here, no binding wire here to show that the person used a binding wire to bind them together. No, you just cut this short iron and put them in the concrete box and they cast it up. That's what we see here. We are not saying what we don't know. We're saying what we see on the ground. You see it? So this kind of joining in a long pillar like this, even though the foundation base was concrete and stick, there's possibility in the future that wind can take this top off while the downside remain. And we want to know whether this happened in all the pillars that fall down. Chinedu, please let's start from, not really from the beginning because of time. Okay, let's start from here. You see you have one behind, but let's start from here. You see from this one, this is exactly what I explained. You see, he did not use full length to go all the way. He used one stop here and continue without even using a proper binding wire to bind them. So let's go to the second one. You see, it's also the same thing here. You see the way he impressed them together. He put across each other for about 13 inches and no binding wire to bind them together, and put them in the box and cast it. Let's go to another pillar. You see, like exactly what I see. When the fence fall down, it knock off the head, because we are not proper connection between this joint and this joint. But normally the iron is supposed to be full. So when it fell down, it knocked off the head. Come to another one. You see, this is in all the pillars. So, and that continue to the end. Okay, lastly, the last report is not the reason why the fence fall down, but this will cause the wall having crack in the future. Two things that can cause wall crack in this very project. Two, the foundation slab. When you dig, what I mean by foundation slab, once you dig the foundation, you go deep, you dig the foundation, you're supposed to cast it, the slab, underneath. You cast all the base. You cast it for normal one in a soft soil like this, supposed to be 30, so that there will be no cracking walls. You know why you have cracking walls? If the foundation base slab was not mixed solid, it was not solid enough, the mixing ratio was poor, number one. Number two, the depth of the concrete slab was so light that can cause, when the ground is moving, it cracks, and when it cracks underneath, it will crack what you have, whatever you have up there. Now, this report, as I said, the last, not the least, report that I want to tell you right now is the solidness of the blocks. That is how the block is good or not good. Some part of the fence, I see the blocks was a solid blocks. I must really say this, but most part of the block was very inferior, very, very inferior. I want you guys to see it yourself. You can see a block that is solid with your eyes and a block that is not solid with your eyes. Chinedu, please bring the camera close. Now see these blocks from here to here, right guys, it's solid. That is why even though the fence fall down, you can still get, you see, from here to here, check out the color. They look solid. They fall down, the blocks on the cracks, they don't pieces. But from here to here is inferior type of blocks. Anyway, this cannot cause this damage. It can only cause the wall being cracked in the future. This looks very inferior. That is why as the block fall, as the fence fall down, beam, this side pieces. Even before the block fall down, you see the wall is already having cracks. I don't know if caused by the heat on the ground, but then you can see the crack. That I say these inferior blocks, one of their bad function, the cracks in the future. But you see the solid blocks, no matter how heavy heat was the falling down of the fence, heavy heat of the falling down of the fence, you can still get you see, this is the solid block I mentioned. No matter the heat of the falling down, you can still get the blocks out. But you see the side I said is inferior, you can see the color, it pieces. Boom. More of that. You see, these size of blocks are inferior. These ones are good blocks. You see, even when they drop, see how they look. And this one, you see what it looks like. Like, these were all used inferior blocks. When they drop down, you see they go in pieces. Like what you can see. Nothing left. So, this one could not cause the fence falling down, but it can cause the cracking of the walls in the future. Guys, don't worry. I know I'm standing a very dangerous point. Half block, half concrete hanging. And you never know when that one will come down. It can come anytime. And Don't worry, I'm standing, but I know I'm standing at a very dangerous point. But like as I said, we consider safety mode when coming to inspect a property like this. You can see my good boots, and in case some blocks will come on my head, like Fatu had some here. You see, Fatu is also protected. Even Chinedu that is doing the videoing has to protect himself because he will not know what is coming behind him. All right, good afternoon, sir. So maybe I can just draw close and knock Chinedu off. If you see Chinedu have it, you cannot see him because he's the video man. So don't worry about me standing at a very dangerous point like this, because I know as a builder, well trained to this field, I was trained to be in this mode when inspecting such property. So I want to show you guys something here. Now, see what happened? See what happened right now? So when I mentioned that this building was not built solidly, you see what happened? You see? So if I go up to that point and kick it, it will burn, because the mixture is poor and the size of the iron is poor. So don't want to do that because it's very risky. If I get to this point and pull it down, I might come, this one might even come on me. Okay guys, we've seen together the collapsing of the fence. And if you hear my report, if you're a builder, not everybody that is a builder will have experience, must have experience. Some are quacks, some are professionals, and not even non-builders would not know that what I said is true. You know why? Because honesty is very straight and transparent. But when something is fake, it's dark. So the light is the truth, lies are darkness. So even though you're not builder, as I explain it straight to you, you will know and believe that this is the cause, because it is the truth and it is the light. Okay, I want to show you something that I'm afraid right now. Maybe you can stand there. So let me and Fat to face the wall here. Okay, guys, we are here to the point. You see, this whole lot fall because right now why they fall down, because it's facing the face of the wind. This side that is not falling down right now does not mean that it's solidly built. If this was built that way, this is built that way, same way. So because this way face the wind, you know, to face the camera to the front, you see, it's free. No building stands here. So the wind comes straight and hit it, boom. So the reason why this side don't fall down yet does not mean that it's built solid. It's because the wind don't come here yet. Even though when I lie on the fence like this, I'm afraid. You know why? Poor structure like this, anything can happen at any time. So if we have enforcement of wind coming this way, I promise you, this is what is going to go down. So I would advise not only clients that are inviting us to come here, but to everybody that is listening to me right now. I always said my YouTube channel is not about me, myself, my profit. No, it's also profitable to all my subscribers, all my fans, all my loving people. So if you have built something like this, inferior security wall, please, I beg you, pull it down and build something solid. You know why? It might sound very bad for me to say that, Oh, some people will say, the Solomon don't know what cement costs. He just tell us the cost of the blocks, the cost of cement in the Gambia. Why will he advise people to pull down a nice fence like this and build again? You know why I said so? I know it's very hurtful, very painful. But if you leave it like this, it's going to cost you more money in the future, and it might also cost a life of somebody. You're walking on the street, and the wind pull it, boom, it fall on somebody. It might cause damage to your car. You know, when you finish this building, you must park your car close to the fence. Or not must, you might park your car close to the fence. Well, if you fall, you bought a car of, I don't know, 15,000 US dollars, for instance, and this happened, boom. 15,000 US dollars would have built a fence, it would have changed this thing, if not all, but at least. But it never damaged the car and now come back to the wall. You must have a little children behind you at your neighborhood. And if this fence you build fall on somebody, I'm telling you the truth, you might answer one or two questions to the government. You might tell them who built this fence and why that fall down. If you've been able to explain that, then you might be charged. Because if they discover that it's a poor structure, that the cost of the damage, in terms of taking human life, you might be charged. So, that is why I said, this is what worried me most. At least the part that's fall down, we all know it must be fixed. You can't leave it like this, it must be fixed. But this part that is still standing is what worries me more. Because the same thing happened in the other side, the same thing happened. This wall is too big. The depth of the foundation cannot carry this weight. I speak it with anger, and I speak because I'm not happy as this whole wall is going to come down. Now, if Living Solution Engineering will be called to rectify this, first I was called to find the fault and how to fix it. And I found the fault and also know how to fix it. But if I'm called to amend the damaged part, that is from this, just point the camera, to where it damaged. Okay, if I'm called to fix this damaged part, no matter how much you're going to pay me, I'm going to say no. No matter how much you're going to pay me, it doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter to me. I'm not a rich contractor because I'm well focused. I don't cheat. I don't use inferior materials to gain more money. I use quality materials. Whatever left after the project that's mine. Sometimes you finish a project, nothing left. Sometimes you finish a project, you even spend from your pocket. Sometimes you finish a project, you earn large. But in all, whatever and whenever way it happens, you have to give thanks to God. So if I'm called to fix the damaged part, I will say no. Keep your money, because what's the point in me coming to do this? Why I know that the same issue will happen to that end, either now or in the future. So I don't know how, fans, please drop your comment from what I said, my explanation. I don't know how we're going to talk about this from what I said. Pulling down a 4-wall fence, built, finished like this, with the cost of money the person paid, the cost, even me as a contractor, I'm thinking about the labor, taking this down and bringing it up again. I'm thinking about that also. So please drop your comment and see how we can do. But if these don't go down now, it will go down in the future. So when the depth of the foundation is not deep, when the breeze hit on it, this wall is going to go down. Trust me. I don't still say things I don't know. I say things that I know. Especially when it comes to social media like this. because I believe professionals will be listening to my video and they can quickly say you are lying or he's telling the truth. So guys, think about it of what I said. What do you advise the owner of this property? Drop it at your comments at the comment section from my explanation. Do you advise him to leave it? I, as Solomon, a professional builder, advise him to take it down. There's a great damage and great expenses that will come on him. Drop your comment concerning that. Hello guys, we might draw our video down here. We want you to subscribe. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. Fatty, what do you say they should? Subscribe. Thank you. And also, if you are already a member of this channel, don't worry about subscription. You have already subscribed. Click on the like button. Like what we do. Also, drop a comment concerning what I said of the cost of falling down, as we, you and I, have seen it. Though you see it on camera, but I show you clearly. So drop your comment of what you think about what I said. If it's the cost of this building falling down, let me know. Not only let me know, let the whole world know. All right, fans. As I said, we draw our camera here, and we also want to do walk in the land, and we start up our car and leave. So let's just walk around the land and see the whole thing. All right, guys, thank you. We are done, completely done, and we are back in the car just to take our movement back. This is the team. You've seen us when we come to the land. Now we're going back. So that's the damaged part, and we just want you to see round it before reach our destination. See how we cut of that. It's a long wall, you know. I feel very bad if this kind of construction was actually made for somebody, and if you want to rectify, you have to take this down, build a proper wall. Guys, if it's something that maybe the wall just collapsed, or the foundation depth is okay, I would have said, okay, let's build reinforcement. And you can see the wall is so long and it's high. It's long and high, very, very long and high. Let's drive to, okay, where the main entrance is, because like we enter through the back where we only have access, where the thin block break down. So you see, this is the gate. This is the entrance gate. Just trying to go around from the side that have not collapsed. You see, this is it. So we're just giving you the round view of the fence. All right, guys, we draw it here. We have to go from here. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye-bye.